platforms and, the different ways to, communicate and connect with the fans and just interact. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, the whole face of it can change, man, for real. But, at the end of the day, I'm a fan of the culture. I'm a fan of hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always embrace change, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop like a big pot of gumbo. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, everybody,
that's
everybody
perfect.
got their own flavor, their own flavor and own sauces they bring to it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So, man, you got this new project right now, the freedom of speech. Can you tell the people right now, like, where did you get that title from, and what was the motivation towards that?
So I got the title from everything that I had to go through since I've been home. Like, when I first came home, the people had put a gag order on me and put a muzzle on me and was just trying to tell me, what I could and couldn't rap about, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to control my content, you know what I mean? And, I just felt as though it wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? Like, NWA 2 Live Crew had this fight like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? So, I made a career off of, just doing good quality street music, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, with them trying to tell me that they ain't want me rapping about snitches and, they ain't want me rapping about guns or violence or this or that. I'm like, y'all trying to turn me into a gospel rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Might not be a bad idea, BG. I'm just saying.
Right.
So, I was like, just because y'all don't like it
right.
or might not agree with what I'm saying, at the end of the day, that's what the First Amendment in place for, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought, it protects, free speech, right? You know what I'm saying? And, that's pretty much where I was at with that, man, because they really tried to violate me, for some songs that I had put out while I was in the halfway house and, the album that I had did with Gucci Man when I had first came home, like, they was trying to say that was a violation of my probation and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just was crazy, man. So I ended up having to go back in front of the judge and fight it. And she pretty much, she ruled in my favor, you know what I'm saying? So,
shout out to her.
Facts. But, she did leave a little wiggle room for the prosecutor, you know what I'm saying? Like, she told them they couldn't tell me what I could rap about, but she made me, she put in there, I had to turn over all the lyrics to my probation officer before I make them available to the public, and then the probation officer, turn them over to the court and to the prosecutor. They put them on the record.
A whole process.
Process.